let's take a look at the King Pepora from Zollmen. This is my favorite Zollmen toy, just because it's the first one that I happened upon from just scrolling Instagram, and usually I think I was following like the hashtag Sofubi and happened upon the King Papora in a different color variation, and I just fell in love with it. The design, I think it's so wacky and so aesthetically pleasing that I just had to get one. So that led me really, this guy kind of led me into other Zollmen toys, because from this guy I kind of got to know, okay, it's by Zollmen, and then I look at what other toys they made. So this guy is kind of my gateway to the other Zollmen toys. This is the King Pepora. This is a Project 1.6 version, so I think it should be one of the more common releases or with a wider run. It's in red vinyl with skin colored paints, sprays or paints, and metallic sprays in some parts as well. These guys usually come with a set, so you got the King Pepora and I don't know what you call it, like a baby Pepora. Yeah. Out of my toys, all my toys actually in my collection, this one is the most attention grabbing. It could be because where I place it on my shelves, but I think the design and the aesthetics of it makes it really, it really takes your focus. Maybe how vibrant the red is, or maybe the way it's shaped, and the way it's the way it's shaped kind of makes you focus on it a lot more. About the toy itself, it has a very veiny face. It kind of reminds me of like a veiny penis, which is, I don't know if they're trying to go for that, but that's what it reminds me of. Sometimes I try not to think about that. What I really like about this is that the antenna itself on the top, it moves around, so it looks kind of like it's bangs at some points, or the antenna, and so you can do a lot of cool poses or different hairstyles with it. Another thing is that the heart, it looks like a heart, so I'm just assuming that it's heart, and internal organs are sculpted outside, which doesn't really make sense for most life forms, since those are really vulnerable organs and you should probably want to have an exoskeleton over it. But instead this is just out in the open, which is a very cool design, I think. The other part is this kind of weird looking skirt. It looks like a skirt, but it also looks like a rib cage kind of popping open. That's also very cool, a very cool concept there. So I'm really into that as a whole. This whole thing, here's the back, we're gonna go around it. You can see the metallic silver sprays, and at the head you can see these two little dots and a mouth. It kind of looks like an octopus. I don't know if they did it on purpose or intentionally, because these are the only parts that they colored yellow, so I'm not sure if that was like a design choice. But if you were to like spin it over in the front, it doesn't look like it's an octopus. Oh, kind of does. So yeah, I guess you can display it like this, but it's not as good. I mean, you got a nice looking face with like pink lips here. And baby Papora has green eyes and a little worm-like thing. Looks like a tapeworm or a kind of ringworm or something in its tummy. Do not know. And head is articulated. So the head, yeah, there you go. Head is articulated. Don't really like the little one, but it's a nice set because you can see like a baby version of it and have like a bit of a size comparison and see where the how it kind of evolves. This is one of my favorite colorways for this guy. There's another few that I really like. I like the ones where it's dark and the face is a metallic color, and the Paul Kaiju one is also very nice. They're a bit pricey, so I had a chance to get a few more, but I didn't. Just because they're a bit pricey and there's not much, because I don't know if it'll look really good if you have like 2 or 3 Paporas standing side by side. It's nice to have like one piece where you kind of focus a lot on, and instead of like 5 in a row, then it kind of loses its charm, I feel. That's also why I don't collect a bunch of toys in the same platform, because I feel like at some point you just kind of lose the individuality of each sculpt in itself. So these are also very hard to find. I mean, all Zollmen toys are quite hard to find. They maybe show up in conventions once a year. They're very hard to get, and but they've been around for a while, so you can really find older versions of it on eBay or Mandarake, or YJA. So these aren't too expensive. You can probably get them for 35,000 yen around. I got this guy for 30,000 yen, I think. So I'm sure the other colorways usually go a bit more because this is a bit more common, a common version. But there's a few on eBay that's actually quite affordable right now. So definitely go check that out. Yeah, that's it. I really recommend this guy because they have a lot of posability. I usually like to pose them on a bit of an angle and then tilting its head looking at you. So you kind of see a bit more of the sculpt. If you kind of do it full frontal, it's not as cool. I don't know how you would describe it. It's not as cool. So I like to pose it on an angle, kind of looking at you. It feels a bit more. It has a bit more character, and you kind of focus on it a bit more in this kind of pose. And yeah, that's it. Thanks.